Hey guys, welcome to this new video. Today I'm in Dalat city. So Dalat is a hill and mountain city in the north of Ho Chi Minh City at about 5 hours by bus. It's actually a city that is very nice because as you are in the top of the mountain, the weather will be very cool. Right now it's for Christmas. We are coming here with some friends to have some good time. And obviously here, you can feel a little bit like in Europe, but still we have a weather that is about 15 to 20 degrees, so it's pretty enjoyable. And you will still have a lot of decoration in the city. It's a touristic city, so many people from Saigon, many locals will travel there to have some good time and have kind of some fresh and cooler weather. So as you can see here on my back, this is the kind of place you can rent. We are a group of 5 people, and actually we come here to spend Christmas here. So we plan to have a dinner like what we usually have in France. So pretty big dinner. We bought some cheese, we bought some imported products to kind of feel a little bit the same vibes we have in Europe during this time. Because obviously this year with COVID and with the border still locked, we prefer to stay here. We feel more safe being in Vietnam nowadays, like more free to move around, to travel, and life is already getting back to normal. So we decided to stay here and to kind of sacrifice this time going back to Europe to have a better life in Vietnam. This kind of place actually you can rent for about 80 euro per day. So if you come with a group of people, you have 4 different rooms. As you see, you have rooms inside, rooms of the top of the some trees. So basically, yeah, a nice kind of house you can rent to come, to relax, to spend a couple of days, and to be really surrounded by those trees and this nature. Dalat is well known as a city with a lot of lake, a lot of flower, and a lot of kind of French vibes that you will see all over the city. It can be from some monuments that has been built by French people, but also you feel it really inside the different parks and forests you will feel. You have some gas stations, schools, and finally everywhere you go you will really feel something that has been built by the French before. So it's a pretty good mix between a city that is alive, many people like to hang out, many people like to come here to enjoy good time, and at the same time it's a cool city, so it's pretty enjoyable to come here again to take a break from Saigon and to enjoy this mountain area, this coffee place where you have a lot of very nice coffee, and you can really have a very good time here if you come with a bunch of friends. Actually, this coffee industry is very famous in the region. I will try to visit a coffee farm again to do another video, because the previous video I did about coffee in Vietnam was pretty interesting and I guess provide huge value for my audience. So you can find another maybe dedicated video that I will shoot specifically about kind of a coffee tour. I will go to a farm. So I come here half to gather with the local community, try to get some knowledge about the coffee, and as well I also take some good time with friends. The city is super alive during the night. You have the night market with a lot of people walking around, like spending time with the family. And so it's a perfect place to be and to again enjoy and have a good life nowadays. I know in some of the countries Europe is not the same. I know in France, for instance, people cannot go out for Christmas even. They will tell them that after 10 p.m. they have to stay at home, they cannot take the car. So I know it's pretty tough for you guys, and I wanted to illustrate you how is the life also on the other side of the planet, a place where maybe you cannot really know from a first idea. You will have a lot of assumption. You won't really know what is really the life and how the expats are living over there. But actually, this is illustration for you to see how is the life nowadays, especially in this COVID time, and that in some countries life is already going very well and people are really having good time. So I hope in this crucial moment of the year you can maybe take some decision, plan for the next year, plan for the next upcoming months. I know it's something usually during this time we are all kind of recapping and doing a review of our year, see what's the best thing we could improve, what's the thing that we need mistake, and we can make some adjustments. So I hope through this video you can maybe just take time during this time to kind of make some reflection about your current situation, your current journey, and see if living in other kind of countries, like for instance Asia, could be suitable for you. So I'm going to walk a little bit around so you can see a little bit the different place we have in this housing. So as you see now, I was like on one of the room, and then you have a huge like stairs to climb, and then you have here the house. So all the common areas are there. So it's a room for about, it's a 5-bedroom house. So if you come here with a group of friends, you can really rent this house for a very affordable budget. So you have a share living room here, two bedroom here with the bathroom, and here we have a very nice kind of small area with some lotus flowers and a lot of dragonfly. And here we are in the middle of sapin. And here we're gonna climb to see the other room, the room on the top of the tree, and you will see the view from here is pretty nice. Yeah, so this is the kind of things you can get in emerging countries that of course people won't really know from a first angle. Even if they come here just for traveling, they won't really know all the benefits those kind of country can offer you. Another important aspect to mention about Dalat is that this city has its own economy. They rely a lot about producing and exporting products, mostly agricultural products. You have a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables that are grown in Dalat and that are exporting overseas and distributing in different cities of Vietnam. And from Vietnamese perspective, they will rather prefer to pay a little bit more to have those products that are made in Vietnam and grow here. Some of products are also organic, so that's why the Vietnamese people will tend to buy more and more those products rather than paying maybe lower price from product made in China. So this is an important aspect, and obviously because this city has its own economy, this is also a city that attracts locals, entrepreneurs, as well as foreign investors. I met some guys, foreigners. They own either their restaurants, they own their bars, they own their homestay. I've been spending a couple of time over there, and it's always a nice pleasure to come there, to meet with mostly like the owner, who is a foreigner, and sometimes the wife is Vietnamese, and they have really their little spot that they can host people, they can cook for you, and it's always from an expat perspective a good things to do when you come to Dalat. And again, because the city is in the top of a hill, you will always feel a little bit the French vibes everywhere. I remember taking my motorbike and going inside the forest. You would smell the taste, and the smell of the trees that is growing in the mountain, and it's always something that you will remember your memories back in your old country. So this is really a city that has its own advantages and really dedicated for someone who like this nature beauty and this landscape. And we could compare it a little bit to a city in Thailand, for instance, Chiang Mai or Pai, that also attract people who are into meditation, into going to the forest, into having a very quiet and chill life. And again, a life that is more turned to the nature and all the beauty you can find there, rather than another chaotic life that we can get in big cities like Saigon or Hanoi. I've been making a lot of videos taking a lot about this, so that's why this video, I guess, is a good illustration for you guys to see the other aspects that Vietnam can provide. And also to conclude this video about Dalat. Dalat is a very nice city if you wanna move here. Actually, I know some retired people choose this city to live because again the cost of living will be very affordable. You can have a very great life, and because the weather is cooler than in Saigon, many people will took this place as a main destination to settle down. We are still thinking a lot about the long-term visa. Is still something that is problematic and that you have to consider if you wanna move to Vietnam for a long period of time. But still, I guess you can find solutions. There is some solution if you are an investor, or if you get married, or if you find a job in Vietnam. And definitely this kind of place will be very suitable for people who doesn't really like to be in big cities, chaotic cities. You know, if you follow my journey and my YouTube channel for a while, that I'm pretty into big cities with crowd, cities with a lot of people doing entrepreneurship. You know, Saigon, for instance, is a very big city. If you wanna have a team, have a business, kind of grow in terms of your career professionally. But of course, I know that some foreigners, they want something more quiet. They would prefer having this kind of neighborhood where they feel that there is some chill vibes and they can have a very good time as an expat. I'm going to show you the last part of the house. So this is the last small tiny room that we have here. So very simple, you know. With each of the room have their own balcony. So yeah. So this is a very nice place. We found it on Airbnb. I told you the price before, so about $8, €8 per day. So again, this is also the benefit you have when you live in Asia. You can access to a very good lifestyle. Vietnam is very diverse, so you will have big cities, very chaotic with a lot of crowd, a lot of opportunities, and you have also those kind of small gems that you have all around the country. So I hope you guys are having a good time and enjoy this video. Just a quick word again. This is the kind of places you have in Asia. A little bit broken as you saw, but yeah, basically pretty nice lifestyle you can get, very diverse, and again with a lot of different things that you can do. I like to illustrate on my videos mostly the entrepreneurship part, the business part, the big cities. You have a lot of opportunities, but it's also good sometimes to take some break and to show you also other aspects of Vietnam. It's good to bring diversity to my channel and to also illustrate you again the advantages and the pro you have in living in those countries. The cost of living will be very affordable, and with a budget of $1,000 to $1,500 per year, per month, sorry, you can maybe reach those kind of lifestyle. You know, travel a little bit, go almost every day to the restaurants, and again have a pretty good life. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you are spending good Christmas with friends and families, and I see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.